Hi everyone and welcome to Single Mom Sessions. My name is Sophie and I have been away for quite some time. I must explain. It's the mysteries of life. Honestly, you try to commit to one thing and then something comes along and changes the course of your life. So I've been handed that, and I honestly did not know how to come here and continue with these sessions when this new thing is coming into my life. And yeah, it's just changing everything. It's changing everything. But here I am, and today we're just talking about being productive and being intentional. Because what I experienced with my single mom journey is that it's easy to get overwhelmed and at the end of the day just be tired from not really doing much or with nothing to show for it. You've been busy the whole day and you sit down and you're exhausted, but when you look back on the day, you haven't really accomplished much. So when I got to that point, I decided no, I need to be more intentional about what I'm doing with my days. So what I started doing, which really changed everything, was work on a routine. I worked on a routine, and because it was something that I was somewhat new to, so I decided I'm going to start with the morning routine first, establish that, have it set, and get myself going into that because I am a morning person, so it would have been easier for me to do that. And then later I focused on the evening routine, and then just everything all together came to place. So I like literally I wrote down from hour to hour, I think, what I would be doing. From the morning, I started waking up at 5. So from the time I woke up at 5 until the time I would go to work or start to work, and I think that was around 9. So for every single hour from 5 o'clock until 9, I knew that if I'm doing this, if this is done, then I have to do that. If this is done, then I have to do that. So I would strictly have breakfast at a specific time, for example, and I would know that I would obviously include my son's schedule in there as well. So he would wake up around like 7ish. So I would know if I wake up at 5, I have about 2 hours to do what I want to do on my own before he wakes up. So I would do like working out, I would do reading the word and just praying or listening to a sermon or something like that. And then once he woke up, we would play. Actually, later, because I started doing more things in the morning that he was asleep, so later I started working out with him. Like he would wake up before I start my workout, and then we would just work out together. Eventually, we even found this YouTube yoga channel, which is so cool for kids, and he loved it. So after I've done with my workout, then we would just do that one for like 30 minutes. And so everything was just so structured that I knew that there's purpose to this day. There's intention to this day. So it just made the rest of the day so much better and so much easier, so much structured. And then once I had that morning routine in place, in check, then I worked on the evening routine. And for me, evening routine included from 4 o'clock because I have to get home at 4 before the nanny leaves. And what I hated about the evening was that it just felt so long. It felt like it was dragging. Like I would be tired from work, get here, the nanny leaves, and it's just me and my son, and he's so happy. He wants to play, he wants to do all kinds of things, and my body just could not take it. And at that time, he was even sleeping late. So it was hours and hours of this going on nonstop, and then I'd just be frustrated and still sleep feeling exhausted. So once I really got the morning routine going, which really didn't take long because I am a morning person, then I knew that we had to tackle the evening thing. And what I used to do before it was just me and my son, I would cook dinner meals for a couple of days ahead. So even when it was me and my son in the beginning, I continued doing this. But then it left me with so many open hours, so many free hours of really with nothing to do. So I started seeing it's not really working for us right now. So what I did was, no, we're going to cook every single day because we get to use up that time, and if I'm in the kitchen, you best believe my son wants to be in the kitchen. So it is something that we both enjoy, and so that really helped a lot. So I think at 4 to 5 we would go outside. We would accompany the nanny to take a taxi. When we come back, then it's just our outside time. We'd be outside, maybe go to the park on the way back. So go by the park, the slides, the swings, however, whatever. Or if we're just back in the complex, we'll be going around in the complex with his little car, or we'll be playing with the trees. We just made sure we had outside time. Even if we're outside, I'm just sitting there. My son will go wild. He wants to climb up and down things. He wants to touch things. He wants to hide, play hide and seek. So that was really something that I didn't have to give a lot um, into, because I'd be tired from work. But I could still be present, and we could be doing something that he really enjoys. So from that, we would come back, we would cook, and then he would eat. From eating at around 7, no, 6. At 6 we have prayer. So 6 we'll have prayer with my family over the phone, and then usually would finish around 7 past 7. Then I know he's bathing now, and then he would stay until 8 or so, and then he'll be yawning, but obviously not wanting to sleep for some weird reason. So I'd be like, okay, let's go to sleep, and then just get him to sleep, and then I have 2 hours to myself. I would sleep strictly at 10. Like, it really has to be that strict, so that your body can also get used to the productivity, so at a certain time, your mindset reminds you that no, you have to produce something. If you're resting, be intentional about it. I am resting now. If you're getting to work, then you know it's time to get to work. If you're playing with your child, then you know it's time to play. And you get so much out of it, because you're being so intentional about everything. So by the time he gets to sleep, I know this is my me time. I can just take a bath, do some reading, watch a series or a movie, like nothing too serious in the evening. Really, it's just for me. Stroll through YouTube until 10 hits. I'll be happy. I'm fine. When 10 gets there, and then I go to sleep. It really is amazing how much peace you get in seeing that you can actually do so much for yourself and your child. Over time, when you continue to wake up at these times and do these things, it really is amazing, because at the end of the day, you look back and you think, man, I did so much today. I really did a lot. And you'll be able to see and to track down that I'm not missing out on things with my child, because you're being intentional about being together with him, and being playful with him, or engaging him in whatever activity that you guys are doing. I mean, even the bath time for him in the evening, he would call me out sometimes after the prayer or after eating, like, Mommy, I want to bath, because he knows it's that time. And we'll just go in there, bath, we sing songs, we bring toys, like he will choose the different toys that he wants to bath with for that night. We just take out the toys, bath. It really is such a great bonding thing for you and your child. And he gets, the most amazing thing is that my son sees it. Like, when he wakes up and I'm busy journaling, it's so familiar that he understands it, and he will just understand that he should not be bothering me at the moment. So he would just go and say, Mama, are you writing in the book? I'm like, yes. He's like, okay, Flori's gonna play with toys. I'm like, okay. And then when I'm done and I switch on the workouts, they'll be like, Mama, we're exercising. I'm like, yeah, we're exercising. So we do that. It really, it bonds you and your children together, because both of you can predict how the day is going to go. And then once you get to that, it's not even just a day. It becomes a weekly thing. Now I do like weekly plans for the week. What do I need to do? And then I know, okay, on Tuesday there's something I need to attend to, or even if it's not on a specific day, but this week, by the time the week ends, I have to have done 1, 2, 3. So there's like the weekly list, and then there's like the daily routine. So I'll just slot in whatever's on the weekly list onto a daily routine. If I see, okay, this time is scheduled for work today, but really I don't have much work to attend to, or I don't feel like attending to work, which is perfectly fine. So then I will just slot that thing in. Maybe I needed to do some groceries, then I'll go do some groceries. Maybe Flori needs something, and then I'll just go get that. Or if I really just want to take a break, go out and listen to birds, then you can do that. But the stability that it builds, it's amazing. It's amazing. You feel the stability in your life, but you see it in your environment as well. Everything just falls into place because everything is planned for and everything is accounted for. So I just wanted to encourage you ladies today, if you are a single parent and it feels like you're just going around like a headless chicken with nothing to show for it, just get into some routine. Be intentional about it. Write everything down. My friend used to make fun of me because I literally had alarms for all these hours. The alarm would go off to say, have breakfast, have a snack, Chloe's about to get up, make Chloe some breakfast, bath Chloe, record single mom sessions, watch whatever, read, go to sleep. I have, like, she would say that if if you want to know what Sophie's up to during the day, just go through her alarms. You will basically know all that you need to know about her day. And that is the truth. And that's how intentional you need to be about it and how serious you need to be about it. Trust me, it's so good for your health, it's so good for your mind. All these things that feel like, they're just time consuming, you will see that time will slow down for you. Trust me, time will slow down for you. And if you know that you usually take like a long hours on something unnecessarily, just give yourself a specific time, an hour for example. Just say, I'm giving myself an hour to attend to this. And when that hour finishes, you stop. It doesn't matter where you are, you stop. Stopping is something that I had to learn as well, that if you're taking too much time on it, I had to cut to say, I'm allocating a specific time to this task. So if it's an hour, it's an hour. When the hour ends and it's time for me to attend to something else, I will leave it, completely let it go in my mind, and focus on the next task at hand. And what helped me with that as a result is that I started attending less to things like phone and unnecessary TV, because in that time when I'm attending to something, I know that I only have a specific time, and if I don't finish it, if I really want to finish to it, then there's no reason for me to keep checking my WhatsApp or to keep checking my Instagram every 4 minutes, because I can live without that. I can use that time instead to keep focused on what I'm doing at hand, get it completed, so that when the time for this task ends, I can say, okay, I've done enough for today. But yeah, learn to stop yourself, learn to stay focused, learn to follow structure. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I'm saying the benefits are really, really amazing. It really is. It's going to be great, and it will improve your relationship with your children, because you also you allocate time for them, to listen to them, to look at their interests. So yeah, my encouragement for today is just to say, have some structure, be intentional, be productive. I really hope that this will help some of you out there, that you would take it very seriously and put it into practice, because I'm speaking out of experience, and I know what it's done for me. So even when I fall out of place, it doesn't mean that I'm always in line with my routine and my structure, but even when I fall out, there's always a place to fall back on. And sometimes I fall out and I'm like, well, I don't want to fall back on it for the whole weekend, for the next 2 days. I really just want to lie on the couch and binge watch a series, and that's fine. But come Monday or come Tuesday or wherever my body decides it's time to get back to it, then we get back to it. So yeah, I hope you will give it a try. yeah, have a good Saturday, and thank you for watching. I wish you love and kindness, respect, happiness, and joy and peace. Peace that surpasses all understanding for you and your family, your children, and those around you. I truly, truly love you, and I hope that you are well. Okay, I'll see you in the next session.